Has this ever happened to you? You are playing a video game, hunting trophies, but you feel like you would have had more fun if you didn't. What if I told you that it's because of a bad trophy list? But what is the structure of a good or a perfect trophy list? As a trophy hunter, I like games that I can finish within a couple of weeks and move on to the next game because, well, I have a job and I still want to keep getting those sweet platinum trophies in timely fashion. There are games there like Red Dead Redemption 2 that are truly amazing, but I just don't think I have the ability to commit 200 hours to a game these days, because in reality that means that I will probably have to play it for about 4 or 5 months, and that is if I play this game exclusively without mixing things up. That being said, I don't like paying for games that are way too short as well. For example, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is an amazing and really well done game that I paid full price for and got a platinum trophy in about 12 hours, and I was taking my time with it. I think that the sweet spot for me at the moment is probably around 30 hours, because in that time frame I am able to both properly enjoy the game and finish it within a few weeks. There is no shame in playing easy games, I enjoy them here and there as well, but there is a common denominator in my favorite platinum trophies. They were challenging. How challenging, you may ask? Well, I would say that challenging enough, but not frustrating. For example, I was playing A Plague Tale: Innocence fairly recently, and I did properly enjoy it, as I do feel like this game is very solid, both story and gameplay wise, but it was easy, so the platinum trophy experience wasn't as memorable to me. Other recent game I was playing is Max Payne 3, which most people would agree to be a hard platinum trophy because of its permadeath mode, and when I finally beat it, it felt very satisfying, but I'm not going to lie, I was very frustrated at some points. The permadeath mode in this game is not hard per se, but the game is buggy and riddled with cheap enemy placement, so it felt a bit unfair at times, which did lead to a lot of frustration. I guess I like the challenge, but when there's a learning curve to it and you get better as you play, while the game continuously throws more obstacles at you as you learn to overcome them. What I'm getting at is, I like my difficulty in the range of 4 to 7, as I feel like it provides the best balance of challenge and fun. Most of the trophy hunters hate multiplayer trophies, and there's no big surprise here, as they tend to be either grinding, skill related, or just be tied to something that is outside of your control, like actions of other players. At the same time, including them in games that have multiplayer modes make a lot of sense, and as much as I hate saying it, but online trophies should still be in games where multiplayer component is a significant chunk of them, like GTA 5. That being said, they should be done properly, so no RNG components, no long grind, and no dependency on other players' actions. For example, 10 squad wipes is one of the 2 Platinum Breaker trophies for me in Call of Duty Cold War, and not because I'm not good enough, although it's true as well, but also because you are dependent on other players and their choices. Another example is Uncharted 4, a game that has multiplayer trophies, but all they ask you to do is to try this mode out, and you can get everything done within a few hours and with a relative ease. In my perfect list, a game either doesn't have online trophies at all, or they are easy enough to do. I really enjoy when a trophy list forces you to change your playstyle. I think that in a lot of games, players tend to fall into a trap of finding a strategy that works and sticking with it. Now I do get it, it's how our brain functions. You found a method that works, so why would you mix things up and risk it? And the answer is for fun. It basically encourages you to discover more in-game mechanics, different weapons, and most importantly, helps preventing the game from becoming boring. In Ratchet & Clank 2016, I had to level all my weapons to level 10. That meant that I had to use all of them throughout my playthrough, and it made the combat a lot more fun and engaging. Otherwise, I would have probably found 1 or 2 weapons that get things done, and didn't really use all the other ones, which, fun fact, exactly what happened to me when I played Rift Apart without even noticing it. Other type of trophies that I love is when you have to finish the whole game with some kind of handicap, like in Bioshock when you have to finish the game without using Vita Chambers, something that adds to challenge and variety. To be fair, I did talk a little about RNG and grind in my online section, but it's not limited to multiplayer and very much present in single-player games as well. The thing is, I don't mind struggling with finishing the game on the highest difficulty or doing a speedrun like you need for Uncharted 4, because in the end of the day, even if you are having a hard time with those tasks in the beginning, your success or failure depends entirely on you. You can practice and become good enough to be able to get those trophies. It is a different story when you just need to mindlessly grind certain sections of the game until you get enough XP or you get lucky enough to have something random happen. Payday 2 has a trophy for shooting a cloaker, which is an enemy type while he tries to kick you mid-air. It took me 6 hours to get this trophy, and the reason is because it's absolutely random when he tries to jump on you, the spawns can be random as well, and you have a very tiny window to actually get your shot, so if you miss you will have to wait for the next one to spawn and deal with the randomness again. This trophy almost became a platinum breaker for me, and not because it was hard, but because of the randomness and luck elements involved. I did already talk about collectibles in a separate video, so I will not go into too much details, but I want to say that I don't mind them if they are done right. And for them to be done right, they have to answer a couple of criterions in my opinion. First of all, they have to be either on the map, or I should be allowed to miss some of them to eliminate the need for guides, as they just pull you out of the game. Secondly, they have to be trackable, so you will be able to easily know what you missed. Speaking of, missable collectibles are the worst. Talking to you, South Park: The Stick of Truth. Thirdly, I want a good reason to collect them, which can be in-game rewards or more story. Honestly, I'm fine with either, but ideally it should be both. Games that come to mind when I think about this list is Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and this is how you do collectibles right. I don't like multiple playthroughs when it doesn't make sense, so in my perfect trophy list I can either finish the game in one playthrough with some cleanup, or the developer should provide me a really good reason for playing through their game more than once. One example of it would be making alternative choices that lead to different outcomes, something that I think Quantic Dreams excels in. I'm sorry, I just wanted to see the second ending. New Game Plus might also allow you to have more fun with all the unlocked abilities from the beginning of the game, or playing with other mechanics, although even that not always justifies a second playthrough. Last reason might be to look at the game from another perspective, now that you know how the game ends, and I might annoy some people now, but the game that did it for me is The Last of Us Part 2, and no spoilers, but playing it for the second time is an entirely different experience. So what game has the perfect trophy list that checks every single box I mentioned in this video? Resident Evil 2 has the perfect length of 30 hours, the perfect difficulty rating of 6 out of 10, it has no online trophies, it forces you to change your playstyle by finishing the game without healing and without using item boxes, there are no grindy or RNG trophies, you can track collectibles and you know when you finished looting a room by paying attention to the map, and although you have to finish this game multiple times, every playthrough is different and unique. I'm sure that every one of you had a different game in mind, so let me know, what game do you think has the perfect trophy list? Also, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to me as I make gaming and trophy hunting content at least once a week. Thank you for watching.